Hello, my beautiful Cancers. It's your girl Lisa, the melanated medicine woman, back at it with another video. How have you been? I've missed you. It's been many moons since we've talked about things, right? So let's just get into it, all right? Boom, boom, boom. So let's talk about what's going on before we get into the cards, all right? So Cancer, your birthday's coming up next month. We will talk again then, I'm sure. I plan to be more consistent on this channel. But anyway, let me stop saying and let me just get to it. Right now, we have a lot going on, and Cancers, you guys are very intuitive. You know what I mean? You feel things. You guys are a water sign. So I know you could probably feel all the shifts going on in the atmosphere, in the heavens, because as above, so below, as we always say, right? So let's talk about what's going on, and then let's talk about what can be done to assist you guys in this time, okay? So right now we have, let me just look right here, forgot. We have Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter all in retrograde, all right? And Mercury is going into retrograde on Saturday. I think we all know about Mercury in retrograde because we always talk about that and how that affects us, right? Because that affects communication. And right now we're in the sign of communication. We're in Gemini season, right? So we're dealing with that, right? So we are going to be, well, right now what's going on is, again, the three signs being in retrograde kind of lets us know that we need to kind of reset. We need to relax, release. We need to reflect, right? We need to kind of just sit back and, yeah, it's a time for reflection and reevaluation when the planets are in retrograde. And so now's not a time to start new big projects and sign new contracts and stuff like that. Well, after Saturday, it's not, because, Mercury's going to be in retrograde. Okay. And when Mercury's in retrograde, for those that don't know, we could talk about that for a little bit. It affects communication, right? Because Mercury is, it governs communication, it rules communication. So when planets are in retrograde, they appear to be moving backwards, but that's just an optical illusion. That's not what's going on. And what is affected by Mercury being in retrograde is communication, such as devices. We might slip up, our minds like, wait a minute, what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot. Or, something like that. Our devices, our phones, it just slipped my mind. Oh my gosh. Anyway, our devices, our tablets, even vehicles, because Gemini rules, travel as well. So we might see the engine light on and stuff like that. But I'm not saying it's only because of Mercury being in retrograde. It's, be sure to look into that if that happens. Okay, guys? Also, we have Chiron in the sign of Aries. And Chiron is known to be the wounded healer. Okay, so Chiron is an asteroid. It's not a planet, but it's in the sign of Aries. And Aries is the me sign, right? It's all about me. Or it's about the self, right? So when Chiron is in Aries, what's going on is we're going to feel like we need to reinvent who we are. We need to really focus on who we are. We need to reinvent who we are. And also, Saturn is in Aquarius, and that shakes things up. When Saturn goes into Aquarius, we all know Aquarius is about, what's revolutionary. Let's start something different. Let's, we got to make our mark in this world. Now, these feelings are exacerbated by the full lunar eclipse that we just had. So there's a lot of stuff going on, Cancers, right? So let's just get into it. I'm trying to figure out which cards we're going to use. I was going to use these cards. These are like my newest deck. They're really big and hard to shuffle, so I don't want to really do all that right now, right? So I'm just going to take some grounding breaths, and I'm just going to ask the divine to assist me with, actually, I'm pulled to either this deck or this deck. I have, anyway, let me do this one. Spirit, will you please assist me in giving your divine messages to my beautiful Cancers out there that would assist them in knowing how to navigate during these times. All right. For my Cancerian friends, all right. A message, a few cards, so we can know how to, support ourselves with all this going on in the world, in the heavens, in the atmosphere, in the ethos, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, for my Cancers. Oops, all right. We're going to pull a few, as we know that I used to read them as they came out, but sometimes, sometimes I like looking at them and it really gives like a full message, a full sentence, a full, so we're going to do that. Okay, Cancers. All right. As you know, I like the jumpers. That's my style. Oh boy, I just said that and got so many cards. Okay, so it's too many at once. So Spirit, you know how I like it. All right. I love this deck though. This is the Light Seers deck. And this one, it feels really good. Easy to shuffle and just really good energy. All right, we got 2 cards here. Another one here. Where's my water? Okay, there it is. Just a couple more cards for my Cancers. Okie dokie. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's lots, Cancer. There's lots in store for you. Let's get into it. Okay, let me just place them. Okay, so Cancer, right now, I'm thinking that you guys might be feeling a little hopeful. Here, let me do it like this. This is the Star card. This Star card, you see how she is holding on to a string that is going into the heavens. The Star card is about feeling hopeful. It's a very good omen. It's a major arcana card, unlike the minor arcanas. This is a card saying that this is actually going to be a theme for you for a while. Okay, this is going to be a theme. You're going to be very optimistic. You're going to be very hopeful. Good things are on the horizon for you, Cancer. Like you might actually, with all this going on, I'm sitting here remembering that another planetary alignment right now is Jupiter and Neptune are in the sign of Pisces. And that is a very yummy energy. Like we're very compassionate. It's like a kiss on the forehead. It's like a gift. It's like having a fairy godmother. I wrote something about it. It's like a guardian angel, right? So when the expansive planet of Jupiter is in the sign of Pisces, it's like we're feeling like our dreams can come true. And that's the Star card. Okay, Cancer. So that's like also feeling that freedom. You feel like you can do anything because that's Jupiter, right? So this Star card is saying that this is a good time for you guys. All right. The next card is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, all right, so we could put it next to each other because it's a story. It's a sentence. It's a story, right, Cancers? So the Page of Wands, if we look at her, the Page of Wands, it's a fire sign. It's the fire suit. It's about passion. The way the court cards go is it's the pages, then the knight, then the queen, then the king. So the page is like the youngest. It's like the student. It's like, the messenger. So there might be a spark of passion going on for you right now, Cancer. You might feel, again, we talked about that energy of, remember the Chiron being in Aries, reinventing who we are and forging just ahead with like a new identity, redefining who we are. This is the Page of Wands. This is you marching to the beat of your own drum. Look at her. She's having a good time, right? Just happy in her own world. creating that motion, you know, because things are happening. She's creating. She knows that she is co-creating with the universe the life that she wants for herself, right? She's very hopeful about that. At the same time, though, okay, at the same time, though, as she is redefining herself, she has a lot of choices. So we have the Seven of Cups here, Cancer, all right? This gentleman, if we look closely, you see he's pontificating. He is thinking really hard about all of these cups. Now, all of these cups, the cups represent the water sign, emotional fulfillment, right? So he has an option, like what's underneath this one? What's underneath that one? Oh my gosh. You see him going like this, like he's trying to figure it out. So what's going on is you might have so many decisions because again, the wands is also about enterprise, new jobs, new creative endeavors, you know, new career. You might be trying to secure the bag, or you might be on your way to, you know, securing the bag, Cancer, getting more money, right? But the thing about it, but you see how she's facing him. So let's talk about it. She's facing him. So she might be like, ooh, again, being a page at the very beginning of her journey, I'm going to start something new, a new career move, a new job or a new passion, right? But it's like, oh God, there's so many things I can do. Oh, I just don't know what to do. So sometimes, you know, this card is telling you, Cancer, that you have a lot of options here. You have a lot of options, but sometimes when you have a lot of options, it kind of paralyzes you in like, oh my gosh, I have too many options. I don't know what to do. Right? I mean, we've all been there. You know, it's just like, oh, analysis paralysis, like what to do. Wait, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. But you're worried about making the wrong decision. Okay. But again, there are no wrong decisions, Cancer. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires in your favor to make that happen because we're co-creating our reality. Okay. So let's see what else we have for you going on right now, Cancer, is we have the Queen of Wands. This is, again, more fire energy. This is about creating. Look at her. You see, she's manifesting. You see, she's, yeah, you look at her energy, you know, so she's creating things. So while on this journey of creating, look at that. You see, we have the Page and the Queen of Wands, you know, so just so you know, this is, it's a buildup, right? So we're here. Okay. Well, we start here. We might have an idea, you know, wishing on a star. We might have an idea. We might have a prayer. We might have prayed about something, might have meditated on something, or did some working or a spell, whatever it is you're into, right? And you have to put your energy toward it. But it's like, wait a minute, which way will I go? Okay. And with that, just know and have all the confidence. The Queen of Wands, that's the fire sign, right? That's about confidence, it's about creativity. So just know and don't doubt yourself, Cancer. You have this. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you're hoping for or praying for or manifesting, just know that you have all the power to bring it into fruition. And then, oh my gosh, we have the Knight of Wands. We have a lot of, listen, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. So you guys are feeling very passionate about something, very passionate. Work's going well. You're feeling good emotionally. Things are going good for you guys right now, Cancer. I love it. You see, she's beating on her drum. Okay. And then the last card is, wait, just give me one sec. I was looking at the bottom of the deck because we're going to close out with that. But the last card that jumped out was the Eight of Pentacles. That's a reminder, Cancer, that everything that you are in the process of achieving, you have to definitely work for it. Because the thing about it is all this inspiration with all these wands, all the inspiration, right? You see all this fire sign, all this creativity, all this passion, all this desire, like, oh my gosh, all this excitement. You definitely have to put the work in. Okay, you definitely got to put the work in to have that, to bring that about, whatever that is for you. All right. And the last card, that kind of like the theme of the whole reading is at the bottom of the deck, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is ruled by the Taurus. It's the Taurus card, but also the Hierophant, it used to also be called the Pope card. It used to be, you see in the original deck, you see like a priest figure, standing in front of two students. So this card is about, it's about traditions. It's about, it's also a very spiritual card. So you got, actually, your first card was a very spiritual card, the Star, and we're ending with the spiritual card. You see that? You see he's sitting there. He's like in full lotus, and you see the stairs going into the heavens. This is about believing in yourself, tapping into your spirit guides, or, that which you believe in. Okay. And just know that everything is happening in your favor, Cancer. This is a very, very good reading. What else can I say about the Hierophant? This is just about, it's also about a spiritual teacher, or going back to school. It's about structures. It's about tradition. Like I said, it's about establishments and stuff like that. So you might be thinking about going back to school. You might be thinking about, religious or spiritual type of studies in, something like that. But whatever it is, you got the green light, Cancer. This is a really good time for you. So I will see you back in 2 weeks when the new moon is in Gemini, and we will talk then. All right. Have a good one.